Hey, this is Adrian, and in this video I'm going to go through why raising your physical vibrancy is so important to increase your energy levels, your overall performance every single day, but also your productivity levels as well. Now, this is about being physically active and changing your posture, making sure we're moving on a regular basis. Now, I'm going to break this down into three different sections for you. First of all, we're going to look at the changes that we actually see when we're physically active. Secondly, we're going to look at the changes that we don't see. And the third one is we're looking at the changes that we actually feel. So let's get straight into the first one and changes that we actually see when we're physically active. One of the benefits that we can actually see when we're physically active on a regular basis is it helps us to maintain a healthy weight. Now, you have to balance that off by eating a well-balanced diet or full on a good food plan, however you want to call it. But it's really important that you understand that as we exercise, we burn off calories. Now, any form of movement is going to burn off calories. So it's important, obviously, we put the right calories back in. But you know what? For some people, when they start exercising on a regular basis, they actually start eating healthier. So it really helps to maintain that healthy weight. And one of the other benefits are, especially if you're doing strength training, is it helps us to increase the strength and the size of our muscles. Now, strength training might be that you go to the gym and you lift up dumbbells or kettlebells, or you work out with machines. It might be that you exercise at home and you do bodyweight exercises to help strengthen up your muscles, but it can help us to increase the strength and the size of the muscles and the look of them, the tone of them, the shape of them. And this all comes by being consistent in the type of exercise that you actually choose to do. Now, it's important to remember as well, as we age, we tend to lose things like muscle function and also muscle mass. So to reduce that loss, it's important that we're exercising and choosing the right forms of exercise on a regular basis. And then it's about being consistent with the choices that you make. And we want to make sure that we maintain our muscle mass, we maintain our strength. And that can actually help us to reduce the risk of injuries when we're older. Injuries from things like falling over. There is an increased risk as we get older that we may fall over. And if we fall over, there's an increased risk that we can actually hurt ourselves. So it's important to reduce that risk, that we strengthen up those muscles. Think about strengthening up your tendons, your ligaments. Think about increasing the size of your muscles for a little bit more definition. But you know what that also does? As you increase your muscle mass slightly, that helps us to burn off more calories. Muscle is an active tissue, which means it burns off more calories than fat. Now, that doesn't mean you can just eat more junk food. It does mean actually that you will need to eat more food to fuel the muscles, to fuel the body. But it's about making sure you're still eating the right foods, because remember, we were looking to maintain a healthy weight as well. So those are just two of the benefits that we can actually see when we're active on a regular basis and when we're actually doing the exercise and we're keeping our bodies moving throughout the day. So I hope you enjoyed that one. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos to help you increase your energy levels and your productivity. Now let's go on to the benefits that we don't see. Well, this list alone should be enough to get everybody off the couch and everybody moving as soon as this video is done. Decreased risk of heart disease, of stroke, of some cancers, of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. And there's complications with all of those. So that should be enough right now to make everybody want to get up and do some form of exercise, right? That list is pretty tough reading. And these are the things that we don't know that we've got unless we get checked out. Now, we don't know what our blood pressure is unless we go and get it checked out on a machine. We don't know what our cholesterol is unless we get someone to check it for us. And it's really important that we look after ourselves. We look after our physical body. And by exercising on a regular basis, by being active on a regular basis, this is just really should be enough of a list to make people want to get up and make people actually want to move. So it's really important if you are new to exercise, if you're looking to just start up exercise, I would say this to everyone. Get your blood pressure checked out, go to your GP surgery, or maybe go to the local pharmacy, get it checked out, make sure your blood pressure is okay. If it's not, they can give you the right advice for it. You can also get your cholesterol checked, make sure you've got good cholesterol. In terms of looking after your heart, we need to strengthen up your heart by doing exercise. It's going to stimulate the heart muscle. And we do that by doing things like cardiovascular exercise. But it's also important when we look at things like diabetes to maintain a healthy weight. And there's also an increased risk if we're overweight of things like cancers as well. This is why it's really important that when we look at the benefits that we see, that ties in, and all of this just ties in together by being active on a consistent basis. We need to make sure we're eating the right foods as well. But if I leave you there just to look at that, that should be enough of a list to make everyone get up and do some form of exercise every single week and be consistent about it. But let's go into our third section, which is the benefits that we actually feel. So when you exercise, it stimulates the brain to release various chemicals. Think dopamine, think endorphins, which can actually leave you feeling happier, more relaxed, less anxious, and it can improve your mood as well. Think of dopamine as your body's natural reward system. So every time you've done something good, you've done that activity, it gives you that little pat on the back. It's the body's way of saying, well done, thank you very much. You've done something that's good for me. You've done something that's positive for me. So I want to reward you by making you feel happier, more relaxed, less anxious, and I want to improve your mood. So we get that reward. And then what it is your body's way of saying, I want you to do that again because I want you to feel those feelings. Now, the reward for the body is if we exercise on a regular basis, it can help us to maintain a healthier weight. We can stimulate and strengthen the size of our muscles. We can look at those unseen benefits that we get by exercising on a regular basis as well. But it's your body's natural reward system of saying, I want you to do this activity again. I'm going to reward you by making you feel good when you've finished. And it's important that when we release things like endorphins, we get that positive feeling. Now, some people may refer to this as a runner's high. When they've gone and done a run, they get back home and they feel fantastic. They feel amazing. It's that reward system to encourage you to go for a run again and to do that activity again, because the body's going to reward you. You're doing something good for the body. So you get a reward out of it by feeling happier, feeling less anxious, less stress. And this is great for things like your self-esteem, your self-confidence. So all of this comes by being physically active on a regular and consistent basis. So we can see benefits by looking at someone. You could tell somebody if they exercise on a regular basis, if they lift weights, you can see it in their muscle mass. You can see it in the healthy weight that they maintain. The unseen benefits that we get, and as I said, that should be enough to get everybody off the couch and moving straight away, or if not, moving as soon as this is over. But also the benefits that we feel. Now, in terms of things like mental health, it's so important that we look after our inside. We look after our brain. We look after our brain health. And we do that by exercising, releasing those endorphins, releasing that dopamine so we feel happier. We feel more relaxed. We feel more energized and boost our self-esteem and self-confidence. And that's such a great thing by just being physically active and raising our physical vibrancy. It's all about looking after the physical side that we see, but the unseen side, the potential risk of those diseases there. But the mental health side of it is so important when we exercise. And these are all side effects. So if we can exercise on a regular basis and stimulate the heart, that's great because that's going to help us burn off calories. Stimulate the muscles, that's great. But look at the unseen benefits here. Think about things like depression, that mental health side of things. If everybody could exercise on a regular basis and exercise with purpose and with passion. So I want you to think about this for a bit. With all the benefits exercise does for us, there's no one pill, there's no one medication that we can take that's going to do all of that. Yes, you can take medication for diseases. Yes, you may take medication to make us feel better, but it's not going to have that impact that exercise does. Exercise has a huge impact on the way that we see the unseen things that are going on in the body, the way that we feel. So it's important that we understand how much difference exercise can actually make to our life, and it adds value to your life. It can add years to your life. And it's about exercising on a consistent basis, being active, moving your body every single day. So how do you find the exercise that you're going to enjoy and you're going to be able to do for the rest of your life, especially if you don't particularly get on well with exercise or you haven't done in the past? Well, this is my top tip to help you find the type of exercise that you can really engage in, that you can really enjoy. But I want you to think about this. Exercise is not just about what we do, all of these things here. But remember, it can be fun, it can be social, can be recreational type of exercise, it can be more serious type of exercise. But the most important thing is have fun with it. And do you know how you do that? Is you pick activities that you enjoy doing, or activities with others that you enjoy being around, other people that you enjoy being around. So let's look at this for a moment. Are you quite an independent person in yourself? If you are, you may be really happy just to go to the gym on your own, go out for a walk, a run, a hike, a cycle, a swim, and do those activities actually on your own because you're independent. And that's fine. You don't have to necessarily rely on others. You haven't got to wait around for other people. You haven't got to wait for other people to make their arrangements. You can just get out and do it on your own. And that's how some people are. They're very independent. They'll get out and they'll exercise and they'll do it on their own. And they don't need the extra motivation. They're just independent on their own. But are you someone that's quite social? Do you like interacting with other people? In which case, you may find that group exercise, group activities are the best thing for you. So it might be that when you go to the gym, you're looking to do classes. It might be that you go to the gym with a buddy. It might be that you join a running group or an outdoor swimming group or a hiking group, a walking group, because you want that social interaction as well. And the activity is kind of secondary to the social side. You go because you want the social side, but actually, do you know what it's doing at the same time? It's making you physically active. So it's kind of the benefit of having the social side. It's kind of like the kind of knock-on effect. You're being social, but you've got that benefit of that being social. It might be that for you as an individual, you're very adventurous and you love being outdoors, for example. In which case, seek activities that are going to stimulate that adventurous side of you. So this might be, again, outdoor swimming. It might be hiking. It might be cycling trails outside. It might be going climbing. It might be kayaking in the sea or down a lake or whatever. But it's things that really stimulate that adventurous side of you. And it might be that you're a bit of both. You're a bit adventurous. You like the social side. So you bring other people with you. Get your family, get your friends involved as well. And it's just about finding out who you are as a person sometimes and finding that form of exercise that suits you. There is no one form of exercise that is great. Just because some people say running is fantastic, it doesn't necessarily mean it's for you. Just because some people say swimming is the best thing they've ever done, it doesn't necessarily mean it's for you. It might be that you absolutely love to dance. It might be that you're a terrible dancer, but you absolutely love to dance. It doesn't matter. Go and do that dance class. Enjoy, have fun. Remember, it's about fun. You've got the social interaction then with other people. You can take your family, your friends. So you've got that social side as well. And it's about mixing up the benefits of being physically active with the recreational, the fun, the social, all of those other elements that are really key for our life to achieve a balanced lifestyle. So find that form of exercise that really suits you. And again, it's about being maybe independent and doing things that you've always enjoyed, but you're happy to go and do them on your own. And it might be, if you're still not sure, think about activities you used to do when you were a child that you absolutely loved to do when you were younger. Maybe it was when you was even in play school or the first school you went to, and it was activities back then that you really loved. And then life just got in the way and stopped you from doing those things. Well, maybe that's the activity that you just start bringing back into your life, because it's good to reminisce about things that we used to do, but it's even better to do them. It might be that you used to love playing frisbee down the beach in the summer. Well, buy a frisbee and invite your friends out and do that with them. It might be that you're the catalyst that gets other people to exercise, because all of a sudden you go, do you know what, I want to do that. I want to start playing netball again. Or I used to love playing soccer. I used to love playing football. I used to love playing rounders. I used to love playing softball, baseball, all of those things, but you haven't done them for a while because all of a sudden life got in the way. Well, the great thing about social media is now is you can put a question out. Would anyone like to join me? I'm thinking about doing this. I'm going to start this up. Would anybody like to join me? And the great thing is now you just put it out there and people respond. They go, that's a great idea. So you never know, but you might be the catalyst that gets other people off their backsides and other people active so they get these benefits as well. So it's not just about what you do, but it's about encouraging other people as well. So really think about it. Are you adventurous? Are you fairly independent? Do you like the social interaction? And that's what exercise can do for us. And then seek out activities that you know you enjoy, because it's much easier to keep them going and you're consistent in the activities that you then take on. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope this gave you loads of information to get you out there and to be active, but and to enjoy it. And that's the most important thing. I'll say that to anyone. Whatever it is you're looking to do, enjoy. Set yourself challenges, set yourself goals. So that really takes your fitness to the next level. But it really does help you to get engaged in life, to help increase your energy levels, your productivity, and your performance. And this is what this is all about, right? So you can do more every single day, every single week, so you can achieve more in your life. Until next time, Adrian, I'm Adrian. I shall see you soon.